Hello, everyone. This is Allegedly Caleb, and I hope you're having a good day. I certainly am, because by the time this gets uploaded, I will be walking through Italy on my honeymoon. So, thank you everyone for stopping by and watching. This is Great Battles of History SPQR. Essentially, it is a module of the Great Battle of History games by GMT, and this module specifically covers the battles of the Roman Republic before they turned into an empire. So we're going to be seeing Hastati, Principes, Triarii, Velites, and we are going to be going up against the famous Roman early enemies, the Samnites. So this battle is a battle where the Romans are essentially ambushed in the hills of the Samnites. Now, the Samnites have less men, but their men are in a better position, and their men tend to be better quality than the Romans in this scenario. So we're going to see what we can do with them. In addition, route points in this scenario, let me pull it up for you really quick. Here we go. This is the battle that we are actually doing right now. So you can see this is how a typical setup would be. I am playing in Vassal. I do have it in person, but it's much easier for me to record in Vassal than in person. So anyway, victory. Essentially, the Romans lose once they hit 171 route points, and the Samnites lose once they hit 119 route points. Now, the Romans have a lot more units, plus they have a lot more... Oh, you know what? No, that's how many there are total. The Romans lose if they hit 85 route points of withdrawal. Samnites, 60. I was thinking that was a really big number. Anyway, so you can see 18 Samnite units, 30 Roman units, but the average troop quality is much higher for the Samnites. So Samnites had about 6,000 infantry and 1,000 cavalry. Romans had almost 8,000 infantry and 900 cavalry. So the Roman player will go first. There's no die roll. However, the Roman units activated on the first turn are automatically out of command. So that means we're going to need to do line commands, if I remember right. So anyway, typically in this game, one of the things I like about this game is the command and control aspect of it. It makes it a lot more difficult than just, say, moving your counters around. There's actually things you have to do to ensure that you can even move your units. But first, let's take a look. So the Romans are going to use these consuls to move. So this guy can only move cav, but he can move 3 of them. And let's take a look at our charts. Here we go. Here's the counters guide. Oh, this is nice. This will tell you what each number and thing on each counter means. Now, I do want to say I played this game a lot years ago, but it has been a long time, so there are going to be many rules that I'm going to have to relearn. I'll try to cut that out of these videos, but just in case, I might be making some mistakes. Most likely I will be making mistakes because we're not playing the simplified version. We're playing the full version of Great Battles of History. So if I do make a mistake, let me know. Unfortunately, this will all be pre-recorded. I'm recording this the week before my honeymoon, so most likely I will not be making videos while I'm walking through Greece and Italy. So anyway, hopefully that's okay with everyone. If you do enjoy this though, I would love to make more videos on this when I get back. But anyway, let's continue. So we've got lots of different charts here. Got the counters guide. We have a sequence of play, which, as you might know, leader activation phase goes first. Stacking charts. This shows what type of units are allowed to stack on top of each other. Now, this is interesting. Legion CO. I think that's cohort and heavy infantry. I'll go through all of that later. Leader and command charts. This gives you an idea of the types of commands you can make. Shock charts. This shows the type of battle you're going to get between different types of units. And for the most part, the Sammonites have Legion infantry and also light infantry. So we're going to be seeing a lot of Legion infantry versus Legion infantry. Anyway, missile chart, cohesion chart, die roll of doom, elephant rampage, which we don't have to worry about, the rally chart, and the terrain chart. Now, this map has a lot of the terrain itself is simple in terms there's not woods, water, anything like that. But there are a lot of elevation changes, so we'll need to make sure we pay attention to that. But anyway, let's take a look at what we want to do. So this prefect Equite, I believe he can only move his cav unit. We're going to want to get him up here so he can move his other cav units in a little bit. But let me double check that, and you can actually check that in the leader and command charts. Here we go. Yeah, so he can only move cav. So with that in mind, we're going to do, or can he do velites too? Nope, no velites. Okay, so he's going to go, this guy has 8 movement. 1, there's 2 cav there. 2, 3, 4. Is it going to take us 2 to get up there? I'd like to occupy this ground so that they can't use it against us. So he went 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's check. Is there a marker that lets me? No, nothing that tracks its movement, which would have been helpful, but oh well. Now let's check the terrain chart. Here it is. Cav. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's cohesion penalties. That's what I'm looking at. Up 1 level. So it's going to cost us 2 to go up this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I think I'm on 4. 5. Or should I race him up here so I can take command of those cav units? Maybe I do that. So he started down here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's him moved. Now let's mark him finished. Okay. So we get to move all of our 4s before they do, because they only have 5 initiative people. People with 5 initiative, I should say. Anyway, so we're going to want to move this guy next. And actually, let's move this back, because I also have the rule book set up. I don't know if any of you watch soccer. I was just watching the PSG versus Bayern Munich highlights from. Hopefully, I'm not spoiling anything because it's going to be like 2 weeks since this happened. But Bayern Munich and PSG scored 9 goals total in that game, which is crazy. Such an entertaining game. Anyway, back to being on topic. I'm going to check what out of command means because I just want to make sure I can only move units with individual orders. Okay, I know what I was confused. I saw that on the simple Great Battles of History rules. For the special rules, it just says the Roman leaders can't automatically issue a line command on the first game turn. So let's double check something really quick. Initiative, line, command range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he is out of command range, which means he would need to do. We'd need to pass a 2 in order for him to do a line movement that's not automatic, which I will not do because this game uses D10s, and that would be awful. So we're just going to use 3. And we're going to move 3 units. What do we want to do? Do we want to move these guys? Probably. Got all this Histadi back there. Although, frankly, these units are not very good. Only 3. What's the red one? Oh, I guess it's size. And then 7 quality versus 8 quality. Okay, never mind. That's not horrible. So together they're 6. Oh, I wonder, can I stack? Here's the stacking chart. Okay, so I could stack 3, but it would potentially take a cohesion hit. So I don't want to do that. I would like to create a line like along here, but I think that cav kind of messed that up. So instead I could move these guys. Could get them on this level at least. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's move both of them. And these guys can only move 4. What's the terrain chart for heavy infantry? Cohesion penalties to nothing to go up 1 level. That's good. Okay. I guess it's the same for all types of units for the most part. So with our 3, let's go. We'll just move them at the same time. Let's start with him. 1, 2, 3. And then let's rotate him. Four. I think rotations cost 4. Yeah. So he is now facing that way, protecting against this light cavalry, which is good. Okay, now we'll do maybe these guys. Yeah, so that's 3. So that'll be everyone. 1, 2, 'Kay, that's you done. Okay, now it's his turn. Now we're gonna need to make sure these units are facing the right. Okay, let's start out by maybe we just make a quick line with 1 unit each. These guys maybe? There's 6. There's 6 as well. There's 6 as well. All this histati is not very good. Let's do you first. 1, 2. Okay, you next. Actually, maybe one of you next. One, 2, 3. Okay, that's 1 line. So that's 2 units now. Our Principes should probably be able to wreck these guys. So let's focus on making sure my histati over here is all lined up. And we'll move this guy with him. So this is the 3rd unit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. Oh, I will be right back. All right, I am back. How long have we been going for now? Almost 20 minutes. I'm thinking I'm going to go through each leader and all of their commands. And then after that, we will end the episode. Okay. Let's see. We moved those three. So that's everyone over here now. And now we have our level 5s. So we need to see who's going to go first. The Romans or the Samnites. Now, when there's a tie, I almost want to... I feel like you should just roll 50-50, but I need to double check. Because I know in other games you'd roll for each specific one, and whichever one rolled highest would get to go. So I'm going to double check. Okay, yeah, just confirmed. It's the player who rolls the higher die goes first. So instead of dividing it 50-50, we're just going to roll 2 dice. First one is a Roman, second one is Samnite. There we go. Okay. Well, the Romans rolled a 1, and the Samnites rolled a 10. Okay. So Samnites will go first. Now, who do we actually want to go first? It's a good question. Maybe these guys, because we're going to catch them on the edge of a hill for the most part. So let's try that. So he gets to move 5 units. Or he could do a line command. Which I guess would be roughly about the same thing. Okay. If I do a line command, yeah, let's move our 5 units. Let's send you over here. 1, 2, 3. He's going to hit him in the flank. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Engage him. And over here... Oh, and actually let's turn there. There we go. Over here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 4. Although I think if I'm next to them, yeah, I think I can go here and hit them. And let's keep the leader here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we hit those guys in the flank. Keep that leader there. Okay, now we have 3 different units. Although for the Samnites, am I able to move both of those in the same? Okay, yeah, I can. I think. Let's make sure. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, it's perfectly fine that I move both of those types of units. So we're gonna let's do this one first. Let's go to sequence of play. Shock designation. Let's go ahead and place our shock, no TQ. Shock, no TQ. Shock, no TQ. Okay. Now let's do the charge, which is the pre-shock TQ checks. So we'll start with these guys up against these guys. This will be interesting. So first, we have Legion versus Legion. Which is no superiority, cohesion hit normally. Now, what would position superiority be? Pardon me. Here, give me 1 second. Okay, just clarified, because we attacked them on the flank, we do have position superiority. Now we go to, well, first what happens when we have that. Position superiority. If an attacker with position superiority, or one that is attacking any unit in column, it's attacker superior, which means we double the defender's cohesion hit result on the shock combat. Okay. Now we've got the clash of spears and swords. So, defender, Legion infantry against Legion infantry, column 9. Alright, so column 9, this is what we do. Our best roll will give us 2 attacker cohesion hit and 4 defender cohesion hit. Now actually, since they're stacked, do I do that with both of them? If I remember right, it's just I can spread it out however I like, and so can they. So let's do that. Okay, so we're on 9. And then we'll do the result adjustments. So just 1 hit. We rolled a 6, which is pretty good. So 2 to 3. Now since attacker is superior, we double it, so it's 2 to 6. Okay. What's the size? Size ratio is which one is the size again? It's the one in the red bar. Okay. So we're 8 to 6. That's 4 to 3. 4 to 3. I don't think that does anything. Defenders on lower terrain than the attackers. So that's going to put us in 10, which is still 2 to 3. Okay. So it's going to be 2 to 6. So each of these guys are going to take 1. And each of them are going to take 3. Okay. One, two, oh, 1, 2, 3. 1. What's the hotkey? Control close bracket. 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Charge. You know what? I might not have done the charge correctly. Clash of Spears and Swords. Because we did... Yeah, I think we skipped the charge part. Let's double check that. The charge, here we go. All units with the shock must check TQ marker and their intended targets undergo a pre-shock TQ check, with the players rolling a dice for each unit. If I remember right, it's... Oh, wait, I did that wrong, because these guys aren't flanking them. Oh my goodness. I got them mixed up with these guys. They're just... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's move this down. Okay. also if the dr is higher than a unit's TQ, the unit incurs cohesion equal to the difference between the die roll and its TQ. So troop quality. Okay, so let's do the Romans first. If theirs is higher than 7, eight. Okay, so you get 1. Okay, you don't get 1. Now for you guys, it has to be higher than 7 and then higher than 8. Okay, they both survive without 1. And now it would go here. So it's legionary versus legionary, no superiority. Okay, clash of spears and swords. It's legionary versus legionary. So 7. We roll a 6. Oh, turns out it would end up being 2 to 3 anyway. But big difference is the attacker being superior makes it so that it is not 6, it's just 3. And then we'll put 2 on him. There we go. And then these guys both take 1. Right? Yeah. One. Okay, that's done. Ooh, man, it's been a while. It's coming back to me though. Now we've got these guys who are hitting them in the flank. So first we do shock. Shock resolution. Okay. And it's 7 and 6. So we'll do the Romans first this time again. 6 and 6. Ooh, it's a 10 and a 3. Is it a 10? What's the die that they use? The playing pieces. Okay. Yeah. So it is 10. So this first guy takes 4. Ouch. And this guy doesn't take any. Now how about them both? 7 and 6. 7, nothing. 6, also 10. Ooh. So he's going to get 4. Ouch. Okay. Now they're going to hit them. Okay, it's Legion versus Legion, but this time we're hitting them on the flank. So even though it's Legion versus Legion, we're going to have superiority. Now let's roll the dice. Rolled an 8. Ooh. Okay. So it's going to be 2 to 6. Okay. Let's put... Actually, let's take a look here. I want to see if that disruption has to go. Okay. $10.13. What's 10.13? Oh, they have to be divided equally. Okay. That makes sense. So these two are both gonna get 1. He's gonna get 1 more. And I think I actually have to roll to see if he collapses. Okay, maybe not. Oh yeah, the player then rolls a dice for their involved units that have cohesion 1 less than their TQ and are an enemy zone of control. If the die roll is the same or lower than the unit's TQ, remove 1. If greater, the unit routes. Okay, well before we do that, let's do it onto these guys. So they got 6. So increase. Okay. So one of them definitely routes. Let's see if one of my guys routes. Okay, the defender routes his units first. So these guys route, which means I need to place a route marker. 1. Do I route him right away or no? Okay, yeah. Okay. Doesn't say where he's supposed to route. route per 10.2. Let's see what that means. Unit routes. Okay, so he is faced towards the retreat edge and routes. Okay. Okay. Now we need to check my guy to see if he's going to route. He's got 5. So he routes on. Oh, he does not route. Okay, so his goes down 1. Okay, cool. All right, and what happens now? The collapse. Okay. Okay, he's gonna stay there, I think. Cool. Okay, now he goes. So light infantry into his flank. Let's see what that does. So first we roll. Let's do it on the Romans first. 5 now on us. 7. Okay. So he... Crap, I forgot to do the javelin for them. Well, I guess let's do that now. So they're going to throw their javs, which is here. Javelin, foot javelin. 5. So it will hit him on a 5. Four. Okay. So I'm going to give him 1 more. There. And now they both have... Where's the thing that says... Okay. Weird. I don't see the thing that says they don't have any more ammo. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. What if I click one of you? Yeah, they have the missile low markers, but they don't. So I guess they just get to shoot them forever. All right. Now let's do these guys. Like I said, they shocked by 1. They did not. Okay, now we check our shock charts. So superiority, we have positional superiority on them. Okay. Now this. Light infantry on Legion, 9. What's Legion on Legion again? Also 9. Okay. 9. Let's see. We rolled a 0. Okay. So it's going to be 3 us, 2 to them. But 4 because we have position. So 3 to 4. That kind of sucks for us. Control, close bracket. Control. So we're both at 4 now. Okay. That is the result. What are we at? We're almost at an hour. That's everyone. What's this? Oh, that's sequence of play. Yep. Okay. I don't think route points are counted until we are back. Oh, we'd never finished, had him finish. There we go. He's finished. All right. So I think we take these off now. Okay. And now we roll again to see who goes next. This is Roman, 10. And this is... Okay, so Romans go now. All right, and it is their leader. So, what to do? Let's first use our cav to hit them in the flank. Now, Roman cav. You can rotate just fine, right? Okay. Yeah, so let's do that. They're going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to hit them. Let's go. And there you go. Next, we're going to let's use the engaged counters too. Yeah. There. Now we can't. Oh, wait, they're not engaged yet. There we go. I like the engaged optional rule. Okay. So that's a 1. This is going to be 2. Actually, this one's going to be 2. Let's rotate you. Okay. I think the next one is going to be getting this cav unit around their rear. There we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. He's moved. And now the last thing I think I'll do with this guy is actually run him back to pick up all of these troops. So let's go ahead and do that. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and I think he has 9. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 or 9. Let's double check. Let's flip them over. Oh, it doesn't show anything. Okay. I think it's 9, but let's just do 8. Because that's how much cavalry you have. And he's close enough to these guys anyway. Okay. So that's him done. And by the way, in this game, I'm not going to worry about trumping or anything like that. I know that gets a little bit more complicated, and I think both of these leaders' strategy level is so low that I don't think it's really going to matter that much. So there we go. Next up, we have these two leaders. They both have the same stats, essentially. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. And then the other one could do that. Okay. So let's move this infantry. Let's have them attack these guys. Also, one thing I realized I have not been doing is rolling javelins for each of these guys. So let's do that really quick. Okay, missiles, it's 5. So I know there were 2 here into them, 2. Oh, but no, I think they have to be facing them for them to throw. I think. So it would just be these 2 then. Let's do that. Okay, 1 hit, 2 hit. Okay, so each of these guys is going to really have 1 more than they had. Now, do they have markers? Yeah, they do. No missiles. No missiles. Okay. That's to show that they've used them already. Oh, we still have to finish this part. So, it's cavalry into the side of light infantry. Oh, they're going to break. They are definitely going to break. Okay. They are 100% going to break. Let's see if that even... Okay. Yeah. So first let's check the cav. They get some on more than 6. They're fine. Now we check the light infantry. Okay, they're fine. Okay, now we go to the superiority chart and we've got Roman cav. Well, actually, no, it's an automatic superiority because they have position superiority. But just because I'm curious, it's Roman cav versus light infantry, and it does not do anything. Okay. Oh, I've been looking at that wrong. It's down. I hope that hasn't messed anything up. Light cavalry versus... Or no, it's a Roman cavalry. Roman cavalry. Versus light infantry. Nothing. Okay. Just curious. Okay, so it's going to be Roman cavalry. Where are they? Oh, I see. Heavy cav. Also uses Roman cav. Against light infantry. Only 7. That's weird. I guess they absorb charges pretty well. Okay. 7. Let's go ahead and do our roll. We rolled an 8, which is very good. So right now it's 2 to 3. And it's 2 to 6 because we're superior. Yeah. So these guys are going to take 2. But then these guys are going to take plenty to rout them. Yeah. They just routed. Okay, and then we have Cav Pursuit. Let's see what that means. Attacking cavalry units that rout the defending unit may pursue. Only victorious ones pursue. Okay. So, if it's higher than, if this roll is higher, she rolled a 10. Okay, so it is higher. So they must pursue. Pursuing cavalry must follow it. Okay. So they're gonna go this way, and he following them. Oops. There we go. Well, that kind of worked out. They're both kind of close to each other now. Okay. Okay, so he's basically going to pursue him off the map. Unless he connects with another enemy unit, in which he will then attack that unit instead. All right, now it's these two leaders. Gosh, we are at a long time. I'm gonna have to split this video up probably, which is probably good for me, honestly. Anyway, so we've got 1 Roman unit routing, which is worth 6 points, and 1 Samnite unit routing, which is worth 6 points as well. All right, now let's move Statius. We're going to maybe send the light infantry around the flank. Actually, we're going to focus all of his movement on that light infantry, or on the heavy infantry. So it's going to be 2v1. He's got what, 6 movement? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but he's going to attack him in the flank. Okay. Then we're going to move them. One, 2, 3. And then maybe do 1 on each side. And then we'll probably put the infantry up here. The light infantry up there next turn. But for now, they must also do the shock attack. And we're going to leave him there. Okay, let's resolve this. First with them. First, they do their javelins. Let's see, it hits on a 5 or less. That's 1 hit at least. Okay, now we attack. Since we're hitting him on the flank, that's an automatic. Yeah, an automatic. Whatchamacallit, superiority. It's Legion versus Legion. Legion on the flank versus Legion. That's a 9 on the chart. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the shock TQ. Let's do the Romans first. 8. So that's 2. 2. And now me. We've got 2 quality 5s. 8, 5. First one takes 3. That's not good. Okay. Anyway, back to this. So it's a 9. And since we are hitting him on the flank, whatever it is doubled. Now let's roll. Rolled a 3. So it's going to be 2, 2. But 2, 4. Because okay, so he's going to route. He's going to take 1 hit. He's going to take 1 hit. And then he is routed. Okay. He's going to go this way. Now they've got a big hole in their line. So we would normally advance into the hex, but we are in the zone of control of another unit, so we don't advance. Okay. But these guys can advance, I think. Oh, really, they should have been part of that attack, I think. So let's pretend they were part of that attack and advance them forward. Fluff it a little bit. And then we're going to attack them head on with our jabs. So attack them and they attack us with their jabs. So us first. 9, that's a miss. 6, that's barely a miss. Okay. So now we do the charges, 5 versus 6. They are better than us. So we're going to do them first. Nothing. Now us. Nothing. Okay. All right. Perfect. Now it's just straight into... Here, actually, let's make sure we place that marker. Okay. Now it is straight into this chart. Shock superiority chart. So it's going to be Legion versus Legion. That's nothing. Clash of Spears and Swords. That will be Legion versus Legion, which is a 7. And then they're both equal. So that means it's going to be fairly even. Let's roll the dice. 3. Okay, 2 and 2. So they take 2. And we take 2. Now we'll break sooner because we have less quality than they do. Just by a little bit. Okay, and that is his turn done. Now just one more. Okay. We've got heavy cav here. Could go after the skirmishers, which is kind of what I want to do, just to wrap them up. So first, let's move you with them. Now let's move the cav. Two. So 1, 2, 3, and they're going to hit the skirmishers. Now we're going to move these guys. 1, 2, 3. And them. 1, 2. Okay. So essentially we're threatening their flank if they try to move in here to take these guys on. And we're winning on the left flank as well. So let's finish this. Actually, he's basically done. So let's finish this. Heavy cav versus Velites. We're definitely going... Oh, they're light infantry, not skirmishers. Interesting. So we do have attacker superiority because we're hitting them in the flank. And it's going to be on the 8 column. All right. And we're going to switch over to the 9 column because we're on higher terrain than them. And we're going to double the result. Okay. Let's roll. 4. 4 on a 9, so 2 to 6. Well, that's good news because it immediately routes them. There we go. They're going to go this way. Oh, you know what? I have not rolled yet. Okay, yeah, he pursues. Unfortunate. For them, at least. There's a good chance they're going to hit more units, though. But that is the end of this turn. So we're now on turn 2. Man, that took quite a while. Let's go ahead and save this. SPQR play through. Okay, and this will most likely be 2 episodes because we ran about an hour and a half, maybe even 3 episodes. This could just be an example of how to play this game if I want to do 3. But I guess we'll see. It will really depend on how much time I have, I guess. But anyway, we'll see. I might split it into 3 if this is the only episode I can record for, or if I can only record 1 more episode. Anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know what you think of this game and this game system. I know the turns take a while, at least at the beginning, while I'm still remembering how all the rules work and everything, but I remember from playing it that after you get used to that, the turns really do start to go by quick. So that would intrigue me into playing some more. But anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.